Hi guys and welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do this acne coverage 5-minute makeup routine. This look is perfect if you're in a rush or only have 5 minutes on the train or on the bus to do your makeup. I hope you enjoy and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! For foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime Extra Light BB Cream. I'm going to apply my BB cream using my Nancy buffing brush and I'm just going to buff that into my skin. As my skin is clearing up, I am moving on to lighter foundations and BB creams and bases because I find that when my skin is good, I obviously don't need as much coverage, so I'd rather my skin looked like skin than look like foundation. To cover my breakouts, I'm going to be using the Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade Fair. I'm just going to apply this on my breakouts and I'm going to leave the under eye area clean. And I'm just going to tap that in. And I'm just going to finish that off using my buffing brush just to make sure it's all blended. To brighten up my under eye area and also conceal any dark circles, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Chantilly. I'm just going to dot that there, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, my chin, and also my forehead. So we're just concentrating the brightening concealer just in the centre of the face. Once again, I'm just going to blend that out using my buffing brush just to make sure it's all seamless. To take the edge off the shine, I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colourless Powder. I'm going to start from the centre of my face and work outwards. And I'm going to switch to a smaller brush to just make sure my under eye concealer is set. Now that our base is done, I'm going to be adding a little bit of extra warmth to my face. To do that, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer in shade 52. In an outward motion, I'm just going to apply that to the hollows of my cheeks. For a nice rosy glow, I'm going to be using the Sleek Rose Gold Blusher. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Balm's Mary Luminizer Highlighter. Also on the tip of my nose, the bridge, and the cupid's bow. For my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in shade Taupe. When I'm in a rush, I don't have time for lots of eyeshadow, so for me the crease colour is the most important. Today I'm going to be using the NYX True Taupe eyeshadow. And I'm just going to apply that in the crease, and I'm just going to go back and forth just to soften it and blend it out. I'm just going to bring that on my lower lash line as well. If you feel like you've got extra time, then you can add a highlight shade or you can add another shade onto your lid. So today I'm going to be using the NYX Cottage Cheese Jumbo Eye Pencil. So this has like the worst name ever for an eyeshadow, but I really like the colour, so I'm going to be using that. I'm just applying it into the tear duct area just to add a little highlight, and I'm also going to apply it over the lid as well. Concentrating on the centre, and I'm going to blend that out with my finger. That's our eyeshadow done, so now I'm going to apply a single coat of the YSL Shocking Mascara. I find this mascara is really good when you're in a rush because the brush picks up so many lashes and you don't have to build it up loads, so for me this is really good for rush times. I'm going to keep this look really lo-fi, so for the lips I'm going to be using the Me 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 Light Me Up Lip Gloss. Now this is in shade 13 Lustra. The Me 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 Light Me Up Lip Gloss is perfect if you're in a rush because it even comes with a mirror on the side. So if you're walking down the street, getting the bus, getting in the car, whatever, you are sorted because it has a mirror to go with it, so you can even do it on your way. And here's the finished look, my acne coverage 5-minute makeup that's perfect for pale skin. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you've got any suggestions for future looks you'd like to see me try, please do let me know in the comment section below, because I do read your comments and I do like to hear your suggestions because I make these videos for you. Thank you so much, and of course don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! And welcome back. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do this Think Pink spring inspired makeup look. I really hope you enjoy this tutorial and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! I've already moisturised my face using my Nivea moisturising cream. Now I'm going to prime my face using my Pixi by Petra Pore Minimising Primer. I'm just going to apply that using my fingertips. And I'm going to apply it in circular motions. My lips are quite dry, so I'm just going to apply some of the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream Lip Cream. Do you ever feel like Cinderella when you use a ribbon to tie your hair back, or is that just me? For foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime BB Cream with a single drop of the MAC Mineralized Foundation in NC15. I'm going to apply that using my Nancy Flawless Foundation brush. So I'm just going to stipple it on, first of all. Now I'm going to buff that into the skin to get it looking even and glowing. To cover my blemishes, I'm going to be using the Collection Last Imperfection Concealer in shade Fair. I'm just going to tap that concealer in now using my finger. To conceal under my eyes and to add some brightness to the centre of my face, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade 1 Chantilly. I'm just going to tap this in. To make sure that's all seamlessly blended, I'm just going to use my foundation brush to finish it off. To set my foundation and concealer, I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Colourless Powder. To add some warmth to my face, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer in shade 52. For blush, I'm going to be using the Max Factor Cream Puff Blush in Lovely Pink. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Platinum shade from the Sleek Highlighting Palette. I'm just going to work a little bit onto my fingers, onto the tops of my cheeks. To prime my eyes and even out my skin tone, I'm going to be using the MAC Paint Pot in shade Soft Ochre. I'm just going to apply this onto my finger and then straight onto the lid. For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and today I'm using shade Medium Brown. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Iconic 3 palette. So this palette is a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked 3. Please do feel free to use whichever palettes you want. All you need is a range of pink tones in mattes and shimmers. To start with, I'm going to take this shade here and I'm going to work that into the crease, going back and forth in a windscreen wiping motion to make sure this shade is all blended out. Next, I'm going to take this shade here, which is a sort of a pinky brown shade. I'm just going to concentrate this colour in the inner V and the outer V. I'm trying to make sure that the centre of the lid stays as clear as possible, and I'm just bringing it in the inner V and the outer V. I'm going to take this bright pink, just pack in that pink shimmer shade just into the centre of the eye. To make sure there are no harsh outlines to my eyeshadow, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just blend all that out. To apply my glitter, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Glitter Primer. The glitter that I'm going to be using today is the MAC Limited Edition Cinderella Glitter. I'm just going to apply some glue onto the centre of my eyelids using my finger. I'm just going to apply that glitter. I'm just going to take my large fluffy brush and just make sure all my transitions are blended. Using a small pencil brush, I'm going to take that dark colour that we used in the outer V and just gently run it on my lower lash line. To really make my eyes pop, I'm going to go back to the Sleek Makeup highlighting palette, and I'm going to be using shade Platinum in the inner corner of my eyes. I'm going to tightline my eyes using the Maybelline Big Eyes liner, and I'm going to use the black end. I'm going to apply the nude end of that Big Eyes liner in my waterline. Next, apply your eyelashes. Today I'm wearing the Demi Wispy lashes in black. I'm just going to curl my lashes to make sure they're properly fused together. I'm going to add a single coat of the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. Okay, I'm just going to get a wet wipe to clean that up, and I'll be right back. With our eyeshadow done, I'm just going to take the lightest white shade from my Makeup Revolution palette. I'm just going to apply that under the brow bone. I'm going to line my lips using the MAC Hip and Happy lip pencil. For lipstick, I'm going to be using the NYX Sweet Pink lipstick. And then I'm going to take a lip brush and I'm just going to make sure that's sharp. And here's the finished look. My Think Pink spring inspired makeup. For watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll leave all the product info in the description box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this look, so please do let me know in the comments. And it's acceptable to wear flower crowns out in public in April, right? I mean, like, that's close enough to summer. Yeah? Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up because that really helps my channel out, and of course don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do this graphic liner and dark nude lip combo. Now, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to film for you until I started putting makeup on my face, and we kind of ended up here. Thank you so much to everyone on Instagram and YouTube over the past week for all the support. It's been so unbelievable. I really hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! For foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime BB Cream in Extra Light. I'm also going to add in a drop of the MAC Mineralized Foundation in NC15. This foundation on its own is too dark for me, but I like the finish that it gives, so I just want to take a tiny bit of that and mix it in. I'm just doing this in circular motions, just to carefully buff it into my skin. To cover my breakouts, I'm going to be using the Collection Lost Imperfection Concealer in shade 1, which is Bare. I'm just going to dab that onto the areas where I have redness or breakouts. If you have active breakouts or anything that's weeping and you want to cover it, then don't use the brush. Use a cotton bud. So apply it onto the palm of your hand, and then use a cotton bud and apply it to make sure that your brush stays clear. I'm just going to tap that concealer in. Just to make sure all the concealer is blended out, I'm just going to go over with my buffing brush. To conceal under my eyes and cover up any dark circles, and to add some brightness to the centre of my face, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Light 1 Chantilly. I'm just going to pat that in using my fingers. To make sure that's blended, I'm just going to use my buffing brush. To set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Silk Edition powder in shade 51 Porcelain. I'm just gently using a very tiny amount And it might look like I'm applying lots, but there is barely anything on this brush, and this is a clean brush. To contour, I'm going to be using the NYX Taupe Blusher. Just going to bring that down the side of my nose and across my forehead. And then I'm going to take my powder brush to blend that out. For my blusher, I'm going to be using a mineral blush from my Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Balm's Mary Luminizer. I can't actually find my highlight brush, so I'm just going to use this Inika blusher brush to just apply it because I can't be bothered to move. I'm just applying that just on the tops of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose. I'll keep it bow. To prime my eyes and to act as a base, I'm going to be using the MAC Paint Pot in shade Soft Ochre. Next, I'm going to be filling in my brows using my all-time favourite Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and this is in shade Taupe. In the crease, I'm going to be taking a very small amount of the Illamasqua Vulgar eyeshadow. Using the same brush, I'm going to take the NYX True Taupe eyeshadow, and I'm going to concentrate this directly in the crease and on the outer V. To add a little bit more definition to my lash line, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Waterproof Club-In eyeliner, and this is in shade Up and Brown. I'm also going to tightline my lashes using that same eyeliner. Using my Collection Extreme 24-hour felt liner, I'm just going to add a wing over the top of that smoked out liner. Now that our eyeliner is done, I'm going to take a small amount of the Soft Ochre paint pot on an angled liner brush, and I'm just going to line my lids just on top of that graphic liner, just to make sure that it is all perfectly sharp. I'm going to take a small amount of the Balm Mary Luminizer just to highlight under my brow bone. Next, I'm going to just apply my lashes. These are the Ardell Demi Wispy lashes in black. I'm just going to push back on those just to make sure that they're fused. I'm going to add a single coat of the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. Time for final touch-ups. A small amount of the NARS concealer under my eyes. I'm going to be using the Crown Brush C441 Deluxe Blending Crease, which is very similar to a MAC 217 eyeshadow brush. If any of your breakouts are still visible, also you can just pop a small amount of the Collection concealer on and also buff that out using the same brush. I'm going to line my lips using the MAC Whale lip liner. I'm going to take the MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick and I'm going to apply it straight from the bullet. To finish the lips, I'm going to apply the Maybelline Tantalizing Taupe lipstick. Finally, to set my face, I'm going to be using the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. And here's the finished look, my bold graphic liner with a dark nude lip. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll leave all the product info in the description box below, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do this acne coverage no makeup look. I love the no makeup look. I think it's beautiful, and honestly if I had flawless skin I would just flaunt it and I would go out with hardly any makeup on like all day long. Unfortunately I don't. And like many of you guys out there, we all want to look like we have flawless skin, and we want to look like we have no products on our skin. So today I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this look. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! I'm going to apply my moisturiser. Today I'm going to be using the DSM Moisturising Carrot Cream. I'm just going to take a pea-sized amount, work it between my fingertips, and just rub that straight onto my skin. I'm going to prime my skin using my Pixi by Petra Poreless and Flawless Pore Minimizing Skin Primer. I'm aiming for a no makeup look today with the skin, so I'm going to use a product which has a very small amount of coverage. Today I'm going to be using the Pixi by Petra H2O Skin Tint. This Pixi H2O Skin Tint is a tinted face gel that's water-based. It has a very sheer coverage, which means that you can apply it where you need it, or you can build it up in layers where you want it a little bit more. I'm going to be using my Pixi Full Coverage Foundation brush to apply that. You will still see the breakouts and blemishes through this skin tint face gel. Do not worry about that, we will fix those afterwards. And now you can see that it does give a natural glow to it. It makes my skin look quite dewy, which I love the finished effect. To conceal my blemishes, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer. I find that if I use a small amount and I blend it out gradually and slowly, it doesn't look too dark on my skin. I'm just taking a small amount on a concealer brush, and now I'm going to go in and spot correct those areas. Now that I've applied my concealer, I'm just going to gently blend that out using my Crown C441 Deluxe Blending Brush. Today I'm going to mix it up a little, and I'm going to try the 17 Stay Time Concealer. And I'm just going to apply that on the most prominent areas. I'm also going to use that same 17 concealer underneath my eyes, and I'm just going to pat that in using my fingers. To add a touch of brightness under my eyes, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lumi Magique highlighting pen. I'm going to apply this just underneath where we applied our concealer, onto my nose, my forehead, Cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm going to softly blend this out using my Crown C441 brush. I'm going to set that using my Antipodes Sheer Brightening Translucent Mineral Powder. So I'm just going to tap some out into the lid. Why did I sniff it? It doesn't make any sense. Apply that under the eyes to set that concealer. I'm going to swap to a bigger brush and just apply it in the areas where it's needed. To warm up my skin slightly, I'm going to be applying a matte bronzing powder. Today I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm just going to use the brush that this comes with and just sweep a very small amount onto the outer three of my face. So I'm just applying it sideways using the brush, and then to blend it out I'm just turning the brush and running that back and forth. Just going to apply a very small amount down the sides of my nose, and I'm going to use my current absolute must-have blusher, which is the Max Factor Cream Puff Blush in shade Lovely Pink. I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply this. I want to keep my brows as natural as possible today, so instead of using my all-time favourite Anastasia Dip Brow, I'm going to be reaching for the Anastasia Brow Kit, and I'm actually going to be using a powder today to make sure that my brows are looking as natural as possible. I'm just going to brush up through my brows. To fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the medium brown brow powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to set my brows using my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. You can use any kind of clear mascara to do this. I used to use the Collection Clear Mascara, but I have this one, so I'm going to use this one. For my eyes, I just want to even out my lids, so I'm going to be using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Just going to apply this with my finger. To just add a little bit more depth, I'm going to apply the MAC Paint Pot in shade Painterly just in the crease area. Now this isn't going to add a great deal of colour or depth because I want it to look natural, so I just want to mix it up and add a slightly more pink toned base product there. To brighten up my eyes, I'm going to be using the NYX pencil, and I'm just going to apply this in the waterline. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes. For mascara, you can either add a brown mascara and keep it really natural, or you can add a black mascara and just add a little bit more depth to your eyes. Whichever one you use, it's completely up to you. Today I'm going to be using the... what am I going to use? I'm going to go for the brown mascara today, just to do something a little bit different. This is the Collection Colour Lash in brown. Now you can use any brown mascara, this is just the only one I have, so I'm going to use this today. I'm going to apply a very small amount to my lower lashes too. For the lips, there's two options you can go with today. You can apply a My Lips But Better style lipstick, or you can just apply a tinted lip balm. I'm just wiping any foundation off my lips. I'm going to apply a My Lips But Better shaded lipstick, and that is the Bourjois Rouge Edition lipstick, the 12 Hours variety in shade number 31 Beige Shooting. I'm just going to apply this straight from the bullet in the centre of my lips. I'm just going to use my finger to blend that out. Because my lips feel quite dry today, I'm just going to apply a tinted lip balm over the top. Today I'm going to be using the Body Shop's tinted lip balm, and this is the Born Lippy Pink Berry Lip Balm. And here's the finished look. My acne coverage, no makeup, makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you know what, I really like the no makeup look. It is one of my, hands down, one of my top 5 makeup looks of all time. I'm not talking about this one, I'm talking about, you know, on everyone as a whole. It is one of my favourite makeup looks. Let me know what are your favourite makeup looks in the comments, and maybe I can try and do one for you sometime. If you liked this video, then please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up because it really helps my channel out, and of course don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Hey guys, and welcome back. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do this acne coverage glamorous golden makeup look. I'm going to prime my skin using my Pixi by Petra Poreless and Flawless Pore Minimizing Face Primer. For foundation, I'm going to be using the NARS Sheer Glow mixed with a single drop of the MAC Mineralized Skin Foundation. I'm going to apply that using my Real Techniques buffing brush. To cover my blemishes, I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade Fear. I'm going to apply some of this onto the back of my hand. Then I'm going to use my Real Techniques concealer brush to apply that. I'm going to use my fingers to pat that in. And that is our base done. I'm going to leave the under eye area for now, and I will do that at the end. To set my foundation, I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colourless Powder. I'm just going to tap a small amount into my hand, and then using a Real Techniques contour brush, I'm just going to set that on the areas where I applied my concealer. To warm up my skin and to add a slight contour, I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola Bronzer today. I'm going to use the brush that it comes with, and I'm just bringing this up and into my hairline. So I'm using a slight circular motion here to just blend it. I'm also going to bring this just on my jaw very gently, sides of my nose. For my blush, I'm going to be using the Max Factor Cream Puff Blush in shade Lovely Pink. I'm going to apply this using my Real Techniques blusher brush. To highlight, I'm going to use the Balm's Mary Luminizer. I'm just going to sweep this onto my cheekbone. Apply this to the tip of my nose, the bridge, and my Cupid's bow. Now that we've done our base, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. To fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in shade Taupe. To set my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. With our brows done, let's move on to our eyeshadow. I'm going to prime my eyes using the MAC Paint Pot in shade Soft Ochre. Now that we've primed our lids, I'm just going to add a base eyeshadow shade to that. Today I'm going to be using the cream shade from the Makeup Revolution Redemption Palette Iconic 2. To define my crease, I'm going to be using the Vulgar eyeshadow from Illamasqua. And I'm just going to apply this straight into the crease. And this orange tone will act as our transition shade. Using that same brush, I'm going to take this warm brown shade here. I'm going to apply this eyeshadow into the inner V and outer V of my eyes. I'm going to take a large fluffy blending brush and I'm just going to smooth out that transition. Next, I'm going to take this gold shade here and I'm just going to pat that into the center of my lid. To really make my eyes pop, I'm going to use the Sleek Original Eye Divine palette. I'm going to take this light gold shade here straight into the very center of the lid, and that will just add a really beautiful highlight shade for us. Using a very small amount of that warm brown shadow, I'm just going to redefine the outer V and the inner V of my eyes. Using a small pencil brush, I'm just going to take the Vulgar eyeshadow under the lid. Using the same brush, I'm going to take that warm brown shadow. I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Pencil to just line my waterline. To tightline my eyes, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Liner Stylo in shade Ultra Black. I'm going to add a single coat of the Bourjois Volume 1 Second Mascara. For lashes today, I'm going to be wearing the Ardell Wispies. I'm going to use my eyelash curlers to fuse them together. I'm going to add one more coat of mascara and I'm going to concentrate it at the roots. I'm also going to take that mascara onto my lower lashes. To finish my eyes, I'm going to take the cream from the Iconic 2 palette, and I'm just going to use that as a highlight shade. To have a little bit more wow, then you can take the Balm's Mary Luminizer and just set that. I'm going to apply that highlight in the tear duct. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Chantilly. I'm just going to apply that under the eyes, and then using a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to bounce to blend it out. I'm going to take the same crease brush that we previously used for the warm brown eyeshadow, and I'm just going to run that under my lashes to make sure that there's no harsh line in between our concealer and our eyeshadow. For my lips, I'm going to go for a bright red today, so I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in shade American Doll. And I'm just going to take my concealer to clean up the edges of that lipstick. If you just want to have a matte lip, you can just leave it there. I want to go for a glossy look today, so I'm going to apply the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in shade Neon Apple. I almost forgot to set my concealer, so I'm going to set that using my Ben Nye loose powder. And here's the finished look, my Acne Coverage Glamorous Gold makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Of course, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up because it really helps my channel out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!